Look at all of this water. Miami hit with heavy rains, flooding roads and homes all over South Florida. Well, unsettled weather bringing rounds of rain, thunderstorms, and flash floods. You can see parts of this highway looking more like, yes, a river and people driving through it. You're not supposed to do that. Cars splashing their way through. The rainy pattern expected to continue all the way till Sunday. Well, climate change is inspiring some creative solutions like this piece of art and relief from the heat in Phoenix, inspired by Chinese shadow puppetry. The sculpture is made from UV-resistant material that brings down temperatures underneath it. The city asked 9 artists to help provide some shade with temporary public structures. That's pretty cool.
The goal of Sombra Experiments in Shade is really to experiment, to try new materials, to try new design methods, to alter the way things are fabricated so that we can really test out what's going to work best here in Phoenix to reduce extreme urban heat here that we experience.
Well, the team found that even a small shade structure can reduce a person's body temperature by as much as, get this, 40 degrees. It's pretty impressive.